This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing.
Faulty plumbing. Okay. I've smelled.
Yeah. Woo. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Yeah. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Let's go.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Attorney Session Reacts. I'm your host, Attorney Marcus Session. Today's video, Wells Fargo employee found dead at her desk days after clocking in. How the hell does that happen? Thank you guys for always tuning in. Please hit that like and that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video.
A Wells Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down.
Okay, so she scans into the office. 4 days later, they find the body. So, Wells Fargo. I have a good buddy of mine, one of my close friends. His name is Jason. He is an investment banker with Wells Fargo. When I asked him about this situation, he declined to say anything. Of course he's going to decline to say anything. I'm not trying to cost the man his job, but he's a good guy. Don't give him a hard time. This situation just reeks of all types of possible liability, depending on how we look at this thing. So let's get some more information.
Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They
Was that Jason? Nah.
say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th. Prudhomme's cubicle was reportedly on the third floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing.
Faulty plumbing. Okay. I've smelled dead bodies before. None that I created, promise you, but I've smelled dead bodies before. I've smelled faulty plumbing before. And I guess sometimes there's some congruency in the smell. They both reek, but usually you can tell the difference between plumbing and a decaying body.
They say while most Wells Fargo employees at this Tempe location work remote, the building has 24/7 security, and someone should have found Prudhomme sooner. The incident left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. This employee wants to see new safety protocols in place, telling me, quote, "It's negligence in some part." A different worker also spoke with 12 News anonymously.
Was just uncomfortable.
Again, calling on the company to do more.
Body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just laying on her desk.
A Wells Fargo spokesperson previously sent 12 News a statement saying, in part, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at our Tempe office."
If you don't know why people who work for the company are anonymously speaking with the press and the media, it's because they are in fear of retaliation. They're in fear that the company will do something to them, make the workplace environment harsh for them, possibly fire them or find a reason to fire them, which shouldn't be taking place in the workplace. So any discrimination issues in the workplace, remember, you can contact Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC. They should be operating in your state. It's a federal agency. They should be operating within your state to ensure that no discrimination or workplace harassment or anything like that is taking place.
Adding counselors through our Employee Assistance Consulting Service are available to support employees. An employee tells me their direct management offered those services, addressed the incident, and told workers the building was thoroughly cleaned.
The building was thoroughly cleaned. Thorough means you're going through it with a fine-tooth comb and you're making sure all the areas that are unnoticed are noticed and cleaned. It doesn't seem thorough to me. It's a whole human body. Let's talk about a duty of care. So these are possible legal implications regarding this situation and Wells Fargo's liability. We're talking about a duty to care. So employers have a legal obligation to ensure the work environment is safe. To that, they owe a duty of care to all employees to ensure the work environment is safe. Now, her death at the workplace led to an examination of their safety protocols and their policies. Now, if it's found that the company did not take appropriate safeguards to ensure the workplace was safe, then they can be held liable for negligence. And what I mean by that is that, let's say if they were supposed to have security walk through every single part of the building to ensure that the building is safe, there's no one breaking in, employees are safe, things like that, and that person did not do their job, and the company did not make sure that person did their job, and it was something to where they could have found her before she passed away, and it wouldn't have gotten to this point where they may be liable for negligence. So when we're talking about occupational safety, OSHA, which is the Occupational Safe and Healthy Administration, they could investigate to see if there were any violations of workplace safety rules and laws and regulations. And if it's determined that they did violate any of these workplace safety rules and regulations, then there could be some liability for Wells Fargo there too. When it comes down to it, you want to ensure that the workplace is safe. You want to ensure that, bodies aren't laying dead at their desks for 4 days going unnoticed. So to me, this is a complete failure on the part of Wells Fargo Bank. You got to do better. You got to do better. Again, thank you guys for always tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the page, like and subscribe to the content, share the content. I'm going to do better about getting more information out to you guys. And remember to check on your loved ones, check on your people. If you're used to hearing from them, you don't hear from them in a few days, check on them, reach out. You never know who's in need of you and your support. But you all have a good one. And until next time, take it easy, my friends.
Let's go.